This is FCTV, fan-controlled television. Programs created and produced for the fans, by the fans of fan-controlled sports and entertainment. As always, power to the fans. And now, it's time for the show. Leighton, Batiste, back to work on a Monday. I didn't wear any black and yellow for you today, Leighton. I wanted to be neutral. I didn't want to.
You know what? My plan was that we would win, and I could enter the show like this with a toothpick in my mouth. That was my goal. As you see, I'm toothpickless because we were scoreless. Happen, huh? Yeah, it was pretty bad. And what was crazy is I didn't know we weren't playing our starter. So, go in. We have this really cool Jamaican restaurant in the stadium now. So I get jerk chicken pasta as my game meal. I'm sitting down, and then I'm watching, and then y'all hit the first pass up the sideline. I was like, oh, wait, that's not AJ Terrell. Then I look at the safety, and I'm like, that's not Jay. Our bums are on the field, guys. And yeah.
Well, I mean,
it is what it is.
Before we get into the atmosphere, anything that is preseason football, let's tell everybody this is Back to Work. We're here every single Monday. My name's Josh Macuga. That's Leighton Batiste. We do a lot of things here at Fan Controlled Sports and Entertainment. Mostly we run a lot of the social media, if not all of the social media. A lot of the posts, if you don't like them, Leighton puts them up. If you love them, that's usually the ones that I put up. Kidding. Leighton does all the posting.
Yeah, I get all the heat.
Again, we have a ton of live content, a ton of content across all of our social medias. A lot of big announcements coming soon with some sports that you know and love, sports that you maybe don't know, but that you will love. I will say that we had a really good call today with some powers that be. So stay tuned for some really fun stuff. And good to see everybody in chat. OVO Ghost, I know that you're very excited about the Steelers beating, as we call them here at now. In Pittsburgh, at least.
Gosh, y'all are so creative. Y'all are so creative.
The Falcons.
So creative. Y'all are. It's as if we never heard it from Saints fans before. Oh my gosh.
I'll be honest. I was like, oh man, did I just come up with something? I Googled. I was like, oh yeah, no, this is so old.
No.
Yeah. But I understand that you got to meet our buddy Doug Glosser at the game. I saw a picture of you guys.
Yeah.
Isn't he the best?
Yeah. We've come to agreement. We're gonna watch some football together this fall, so I'm looking forward to that. Either Saturday or Sunday, maybe even catch a Monday night game. I just want to pick his brain. That's really what it is. I just want to pick his brain. But super fun. I almost had a chance to meet your cousin, and I was like, oh, he was like, oh, have you ever met Josh's cousin? I was like, no, yeah, he's super trashed. He had to leave. I was like, oh man, it's only halftime.
He was at the tour championship all day and thus drank himself. And the Atlanta Heat all weekend. The last few weekends on the PGA Tour, the poor players have just been sweating through all of their clothes before they even make it to the course because you hit the range first, you do some putting.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean our laundry at my place is in the garage.
Okay.
And the garage just holds in all the heat and the mugginess of outside. So yeah, there's been a couple of times where I was like, hey, look, this might be my last pair of drawers, but I am not. I am not going to the garage and putting it's just too hot. It's hot.
Here's a personal question. Have you ever turned your underwear inside out?
No, I've never been that down bad.
All right. Other question. In college, did you ever steal anybody's socks out of the dryer?
No. All right.
You're 0 for 2.
You're degenerate. Got you. Okay. All right. Great stuff.
I will say, okay, so here's what happened. I will redeem myself a little bit. Okay.
Okay.
I was pledging a fraternity. You had no time to do anything but school and pledge. Okay. And so I needed a fresh pair of socks. Now I've never worn anybody else's underwear. Okay, that's that. Yeah. So ran to the dryer, got a fresh pair of socks, and you know what, Jess? Throw a poll in there. You ever stole anybody's socks? Went in there, got a fresh pair of socks, put them on, went about my day, washed those socks, dried those socks, and left those socks on a dryer, and left a note that said, "Sorry for taking a pair of your socks. Because in the dorms, it was in the freshman dorms, and there was only like, I don't know, Penn State, there might have been like 30 guys to a floor right?
Oh,
So
cool.
it had to
Okay.
be one of those guys, one of those 30. And I said, I'm sorry I took your socks. I needed them, you know. And there was a note left for me. I went to like see like the next day if anybody took the socks. The socks were gone. Somebody had taken that note and said, F you. That was it.
They like really
Just,
needed those socks. Like
exactly.
these are the only pair of socks I came here to college with. And you took them.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 Currently there's a poll up for how salty
Oh,
Leighton
y'all are
is feeling right
so
now
cool.
after
Whatever.
Twitch 1 NYC says, when is FCF coming back? Announcements coming very soon. I know that we say that every week, and we
We should
do.
just put that on the shirt at this
Yeah.
point. Just put it on the shirt.
Announcements coming
Announcements
soon.
coming soon. Or maybe rename this show Announcements Coming Soon.
Yeah, I think that would probably be an appropriate title for the show. Maybe next week. Wow, Freddie Emerald, saltier than Lay's trademark potato chip.
Yeah.
It's not bad. You should be that for Halloween. Bad. You should be that for Halloween. Like get a belt, like a chip? Yes, but spell it like
Lay's.
Lay's.
There's actually like Leighton's honey. It's out of Florida, so it's the only honey I'm buying from now on. It's the only one.
Damn. Twitch rule. 1 NYC, miss it. So do we, bud. I promised it. As much as you miss it, we miss it more. So it will be back. This we promise.
Surprisingly, we haven't like gotten any like open letters from fans that are just like, hey, really miss you guys. Please come. I would love that though. That'd be really cool. Just like
I know.
Here's my blood. This is how much I care about this league, you know.
This is my blood. Speaking of blood, did you spill any blood at the Falcons Steelers game? Was there any like did you like metaphorical blood? Was there did you feel
I thought you meant literal blood because we had tryouts for the fans. Like they were ready to put us in. Didn't spill any blood at all.
No. What do you think you could run the 40 in right now? Right now, like today.
I'm hitting low sixes. Like that's where I'm at. Low sixes, close to the sevens. I might pull a hamstring.
I was gonna say, I think I like gingerly take off, and at about yard 20, I start slowing up. I really guard my hamstrings, ankles, and knees, and maybe run a sub 7.5 40.
Okay.
Maybe. If I
just know I'm gonna be winded. I know that. I will be winded.
Winded. Yeah. OBO Ghost says 5.99 40. Do we think that's at all possible for OBO Ghost? Is he in shape, Lay? 5.99 40. Leighton has froze. Unless it's my internet. Did we lose Leighton? 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 Is he okay? Well, here. He's back. Leighton? Oh God, this is like when the teleprompter breaks. Leighton, check your internet. I will stay. It was Freddie Emerald. Thank you. It was him, not you. There he is. He's back. There's Leighton.
Back to work.
Thanks, Jess. Thank you. I will say from a Steelers perspective, from a Steelers point of view, there he is. Oh, look, you are now on 2 devices.
Whatever. Okay. Man, and what sucks is there's a storm brewing in Atlanta again. It's that part of August where it gets so hot that it just storms in the afternoon. So
the cloud just explode, like the clouds explode, basically. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Our place was shaking last night from the thunderstorm. So pretty cool.
OVO Ghost makes a good point in chat. As long as I don't end up like Kevin Hart, which we talked about briefly last week on the Fan Controlled show. Now, I think that's my biggest concern. Like Patrick Dees was making fun of me, you were making fun of me, but I'm the average white man, right? Okay. I'm not totally overweight, but I'm not in great shape. I can still like keep up with my daughter, but I get winded walking up the like pretty steep hill, right? So I'm not saying steep, I'm saying pretty steep. Steep hill, definitely. Like I don't go hiking. I probably get in, I walk 18 holes at least once a week, right?
Oh, no, that's good.
That's about 16 to 19,000 steps depending on the course. And
you don't do the Nike tracker app, like the
Nah, I don't there's so many apps. I just do the steps on my phone.
Oh, okay.
Should I do that?
Well, I only do it because I will go to the park and just walk like 3 to 6 miles.
Oh, nice.
And I do this weird thing where I put my AirPods in and I talk out loud, but I'm not on the phone with anybody. I'm talking to myself, but everybody thinks I'm on the phone.
I think that's amazing. I love that idea.
Yeah.
It's not weird, but also people think you're on a phone call.
They think you're on the phone call.
Yeah.
So now you get to walk around to yourself and just talk.
Yeah. Boom. I usually, if I'm going for like a walk or something, I throw in a podcast, and once that podcast is over, because like most of the golf podcasts I listen to are usually between like an hour and a half to 2 hours each episode. They go. I mean, they go.
Yeah. Yeah. There's no podcast that I'll listen to that's less than an hour.
Yeah. That's not a podcast. It's just like,
no, it's not. It's an update.
It's an update. It's an update. It's an update. All right. Well, basically 53-man rosters are tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
They get cut down to 53 tomorrow or day after. I would think that they'd always do it like right at when Hard Knocks is basically airing the final episode, right? So it would have to be like today, tomorrow, and then they would air like right away. They go straight to the editing room and make sure that episode. Yeah, exactly.
They got cut.
Although Aaron Rodgers isn't going to get cut, so who cares? Like I haven't even watched the last Hard Knocks because I just don't.
Me neither. I haven't. I'm not caught up.
Yeah.
Now it would be cool if he was a part of the. See, that's what they should do. The players should go to him, and he says, "Hey, like, I don't want you on my team. I don't want to see the coach do it. I want to see Aaron Rodgers do it."
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers is now a player coach. Don't make solid. He's the star of the show, right? Create the drama. Why not? Yeah. Well, as we're going down, the biggest news, I guess, the biggest news ever of a third string quarterback is the fact that Dallas traded for Trey Lance, and I don't care. The guy
it was the stupidest news all weekend.
Who cares? He stinks. Okay. Sorry. He's just another bust. And the San Francisco 49ers somehow got away with it because in the most shocking twist of events in NFL history, it's that John Elway is a terrible GM and John Lynch is awesome, apparently.
Yeah.
Apparently, because there's not a lot of franchises. I mean, the Jets stink with or without busts, right? Like it doesn't matter. Or the Browns or, Texans, whoever. But the fact that the 49ers are still probably the favorite to win the NFC West.
Yeah, exactly. It's still wild.
Traded like half their picks in the next couple of years or the last couple of years to get this guy. And now they trade him to Dallas and they're like, oh, was this a wake-up call for Dak Prescott? No, it's because the Cowboys don't have any QB depth. Yeah.
If I'm a mid quarterback, you're not going to wake me up by signing another mid quarterback.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah. He's mid. You're middling. Freddie Airmail, Dallas lights a fire under Dak to perform in 2023, and at worst has an option for the future if Dak is out after either this year or next. He's not an option, Freddie.
Here's my thing. I think at that point you have to fight Dak. If it takes Trey Lance to light a fire under you, get out the league.
You're done.
Get out the league. Trey Lance lit a fire under you, get out the league.
Trey Lance.
He was a bust situation. Like the way he came into this league was the college football version of what happened with Kyrie in Duke. Yeah. Except Kyrie is actually a superstar. Good. Played 8 games for Duke. It was like, all right, I'm going to the league. Trey Lance literally played 1 or 2 games. Pandemic season. They overhyped him as a quarterback.
Yep.
And next you know, he's a top draft pick.
Look at that draft too. They passed on talent.
They did for Trey Lance.
And they traded up to get that pick. And the crazy part is they traded up to get that pick and they still didn't know that they wanted to take Trey Lance. They knew they wanted one of 2 guys and they took the wrong one.
Exactly. And now they're going to suffer.
Yes. Freddie Airmail, I'm just going to argue against everything you say about Dallas and Trey Lance because Dallas hasn't developed anybody in ever.
No development.
Ever. No, they haven't developed any talent. They haven't
developed the mentality of their fans. I mean, that is a mental health crisis in the Dallas fan base. Saw a lot of Dallas Cowboys fans at the Falcons Steelers preseason game. I mean, they're lost. They're just lost.
The only thing the Cowboys have developed is how to technologically keep Jerry Jones alive.
I told you he's Walt Disney.
While he's dead. He's Weekend at Bernie's that can talk.
Yeah.
It's Weekend at Bernie's 3. This time he talks. He's dead. He's dead.
Yeah.
I just there's nothing about the Cowboys don't scare me. There's so many pundits I've listened to, like, oh, the Cowboys they're going to scare people this year. They're not.
No, they're not.
They're
if they win enough games, they'll scare themselves because it's just gonna be it's like, oh, like that's just no. I'm not scared of the Cowboys.
No, not one bit. So if there was, I mean, and the other thing we can talk about too, because this happened basically 2 hours ago, is that the Cardinals.
Yeah,
the Cardinals aren't even taking Kyler Murray off the PUP list.
Right.
And I saw ESPN posted twice. So Schefter posted it, ESPN posted it, and ESPN Mike Greenberg, who's ESPN Greenie, is just like, they're just playing for Caleb Williams at this point. They are. My 1-win prediction to 2-win prediction is going to be spot on.
Mm-hmm.
Kyler Murray may not play it down. Yeah, Freddie Emerald, and they cut Colt McCoy. And again, did you even know that Colt McCoy was still in the league?
No, I didn't. I get him mixed up in the other guy that's an analyst because they look the same to me sometimes.
Yes. Oh, what's his name? Greg McElroy? Or is it is that
yes, because it's not John Parker Wilson. I think of like all those the early Alabama quarterbacks.
Right.
Yeah, no, it's Greg McElroy. It's McElroy.
Or AJ McCarron? No, AJ McCarron.
Who's the one on ESPN?
I think that's McElroy. Yeah, it's McElroy. Yeah, McElroy. And then, but is AJ McCarron? Yeah, is he the one that was? AJ McCarron had the tattoos, and he was married to the woman that Brent Musburger was like, oh yeah, there she is in the crowd.
Catherine Webb.
Yeah, Catherine.
Yeah. AJ McCarron's the one that plays in the XFL for
that's yes. Yeah. Yep. That was such a funny moment. That was like right at the beginning of when social media got really good at mocking people and making memes. Yeah. With Brett Musburger going like, wow, that is one amazing looking woman. And that was Brett Musburger's last national broadcast.
Yeah,
like, all right, Brett, it's over, bud. You went from being
you gotta off the show. Gotta go.
You went from credible to being your dad's weird friend who comments on your homecoming date.
Yeah.
True story. True story. Okay? True story. Neighbor across the street in high school. Okay. We have the prom pictures at our house. Okay. There's probably, I don't know, 7 or 8 couples. We're all taking pictures outside of the front of our house. All the parents are there, whatever. My weird, creepy neighbor from across the street comes out in his yard and he's just like, wow, high school girls these days. Am I right? And he's saying it to me. And I'm like,
no.
Sure. Oh, okay. Good. And he basically had like a sleeveless shirt on. He just cut his grass. Oh my God.
Oh yeah. It's like, all right. He's borderline like Quagmire, Boomhauer-ish. Like, all right, just back in the house.
Yep. Get back there.
We did not say come outside.
Didn't. Yeah, not even close. But I think this weekend of football, I mean, let's be honest. Preseason football is fun and all.
Yeah.
I've watched all of maybe like 5 total minutes of Steeler football. I've mostly watched highlights. I saw a tweet that was just somebody tweeted like, has anybody seen a better team than the 2023 Pittsburgh Steelers? Right? Just like one of those Homer tweets.
Yeah. It's like it's preseason, guys. Like it's
yes. Yeah. But
read the room.
Were you really bummed that you didn't get to see your buddy, your new best friend, the Desmania?
Well, I was only bummed because
Desmandemonium? No,
I knew I respect the kind of team the Steelers bring, right? I respect the system, all of that. So I knew that if as Falcons fans, to see our first compete against the Steelers, we will get a true look of how we compete. That's what I was bummed about. Actually, and I wanted to win. I'm not gonna lie, because of course, I take my girlfriend with me to all the Falcons games. She's a great fan, and she said something to me. She was like,
"Oh no,
it's just it's preseason." I was like, "No, I actually wanted to win." No, I told Doug this. I said, "No, I really wanted to win. I actually came in there. I wanted to win." I saw OVO Ghost at halftime. Okay. I was nervous walking because I knew I had to put on a fake smile to see him. I had to give him the best friend hug that I didn't want to give him. He had the terrible towel with him.
Oh, okay. Did he have a jersey on? Did he have a jersey?
No. Soft fit, soft Steelers fit.
Oh,
kept it real low key. Like,
because I think that there might be something to be said about preseason fit versus regular season fit. You know, like preseason basic T-shirt, maybe a hat.
Yeah, that was my fit. I think. The first preseason I wore a polo and a hat. This one I just wore a T-shirt and a hat.
Yeah,
but when the season starts,
jersey.
Pull out the jersey.
I have a bad tradition. It's a jinx. My Jerome Bettis jersey. Every time I've worn it, we've lost.
Oh,
and so
that's bad.
I just take it out of the closet and I lay it on my bed, so it's there. It's in the arena, okay. And then I usually just have a T-shirt on and maybe a Steelers hat, or I have this like this old school like Shaw collar Steelers sweater for like colder weather. Okay. It's kind of sick. It's kind of like preppy, you know. It honestly looks like if it didn't have the Steelers logo and it wasn't black and yellow, you'd be like, hey, that's a pretty nice sweater you got that. Yeah, pretty nice sweater. Yeah.
I have a kind of like the 1980s starter jacket Falcons with the old.
Oh,
I have that. So I bought that last year. I was like, yeah, when it gets cold, wearing that. Because now I actually only want old school Falcons gear. I just like the old school logo so much better. So I only want to wear that. And my new tradition, I don't get players' names on jerseys anymore for Atlanta team.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
My Falcons jersey literally says "Dirty Birds" on it. Like there's no player name, nothing. I don't do that anymore. In a number one.
Number one. You just customized it. Yeah.
Not doing this. Yeah.
Would you judge your where on the friendship, like ending friendship hierarchy, is it a friend puts his last name on a Falcons jersey?
Like, would I be mad at them for doing it?
No. Would you be like, all right, I don't think we can be friends anymore, or like you can't wear that jersey around me, or I think that was a bad decision, kind of a thing?
I'm trying to understand the context. Like, are they trolling me?
No. Like, okay, so let's just say I got like I made a jersey and it was like Macuga 3, and they're like, oh, who's Macuga? I'm like, that's me. I made a jersey with my name on the back.
See, okay,
like, that's lame as shit, right? Like that's real lame.
Yeah, because there's been multiple times I wanted to get a Batiste jersey with the number 95, year I was born, and I was like, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. No.
Okay.
No. So
what's worse, the name on the back of the jersey or a vanity license plate?
So no, this is interesting because on the way to the game, I was like, I would put a Falcons plate on my car if we win the Super Bowl. Like that's when I would do it. License plate.
Okay. A license plate's tough. You
That's
really
hard.
got to go.
You're pushing it. No, actually, I would think the worst is branding your entire car.
Oh, that's real tough.
Like where we parked, there was a Falcons branded Jeep and there was an Auburn branded Jeep. I think that's far because I have to drive that everywhere.
Yeah.
So now I'm looking at you like, what's your job? It's like, oh, I'm a stockbroker, or like, I'm a lawyer, and you're pulling around a corner, War Eagle, like
War Eagle. That is really funny. I think Freddie Airmail makes a solid point. You can take off a jersey, you can't just ditch a license plate. That's true. I mean, I got a gift. I got a Steelers golf bag for a long time, and it was very aggressive, right? It was a gift. I did not buy it. Something like that. No, it was black, but like on the side it said like Steelers. I mean, it was aggressive, right? And everywhere I went in California, somebody's like, "Oh, you're a Steelers fan." I'm like, "No, I just like the bag." Yeah.
So on the topic of golf, that's why I don't want to become the Morehouse alum with the Morehouse branded golf club set, because I've thought about it. I think I just want to get it all custom my name, though. I am going to do that.
On your bag? You're going to put Leighton Batiste on your bag?
Put Batiste in like a nice script. Yeah, I'll do that. But I'm not doing Falcons. I'm not doing I'm not doing LSU.
I think that's pretty fire.
Yeah. I'm going to do my name. I'll do my name.
Yeah. Well, get like a basic bag, and then you can get them embroidered wherever you want. Like you get it on like the back pocket, so it's real like classy. And even if you wanted to, you could put like Does your family have like a crest, or would you want to put like a turtle on it or something? You could probably do that too.
I'll figure something out. Yeah. It's a good idea. See?
Yeah. Wasn't your frat like the turtle or the owl?
It was the turtle. The owls is a whole different thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah. Okay. All right. But yeah, so like having that kind of aggressiveness in your life with your team is, you know what I mean? Like the understated nature. I don't know. I'm not putting my name on the back of the jersey because guess what? I never played a down of football for that team. So I don't get that option.
Yeah.
Right? Which is always why, and this is such a stupid thing, but like there is a level of celebrity that you get to, and they ask you to throw out first pitches. Okay.
I don't want to do it.
You don't?
I don't know if I want to.
Okay. Now, here's why I don't want to. One, I'll make it funny. Like I'll fall, like I'll do something stupid. You know what I mean? Like, so that I don't turn out like the Mike Tyson, or like throw like a big arcing curve ball, or like try and do a knuckler, like something stupid, right? Like, but I don't want them to give me a jersey that says Macuga on the back, and I have to be like, oh, thanks so much. I earned this. I didn't play one inning for the Pittsburgh Pirates. I didn't play one inning for them.
Okay, right? No, but that's cool because then there's a story behind it. It's like, oh, you have this jersey. Like, for example, like I'll turn my thing here, but like I have this brand. That's a Morehouse jersey. I never played down of football for Morehouse, but I've done a lot for the athletic department. So I was like, okay, we'll give this as a gift. So there's a story behind it.
Okay. Yes.
Right.
Great.
So maybe you get a picture of you throwing it and put it in the case, but don't wear the jersey though. Don't wear it.
No.
That's the problem. If you're like in Pittsburgh and you're wearing a Pirates jersey and you're like, yeah, I threw out the first pitch. I'm like, why don't you just frame the jersey?
You have to frame that jersey. You can't wear that. Yeah.
So
you got to love authentically you in the chat. Fan controlled Leigh is hot. Hi, Josh. That's her usual Monday.
Yeah.
Yes. Freddie Emerald, do their rivals ever call them Less House?
That's actually a pretty good one. But that's not what they say to us. They say our house ain't got no roof. That's the chant. Yeah.
How about
never
mind. Is it Scorehouse? Morehouse? Like, is there like no? The Morehouse Shore House. Now that's a reality show. You get all, you know what I mean? Snorehouse, more like it.
That's about our football team. Yeah, that's our football team. I literally just got done explaining. I don't think we're going to win a game this year. So.
Oh, well, that's good.
I went to our scrimmage yesterday. It was pretty sad. We read books. Just understand that our football team reads books, guys.
Just so we're aware, Morehouse kids read books. And just so you're aware, Leighton, we have a guy that may or may not like books. I don't know the answer to that question, but he's the only guy I know that I legitimately trust.
Okay.
That rocks a mustache, ladies and gentlemen.
You don't trust Leighton?
Leighton's isn't a mustache. It's like he accidentally forgot to shave for like 3
Thanks,
years.
Guys, I really appreciate it.
No, but he has the chin beard to match. You got the little chin beard down there.
It just won't. Yeah, whatever. I give up.
Jose, we've missed you terribly. How are you, sir? Oh man, your
great,
internet is brutal.
Sports is back. Oh,
sports is. Do you think you could find a place that has better connection?
Of course.
Okay, call us back.
Okay, what I thought you were going to say is, hey, do you mind like knocking on the door of the person you just delivered to and just borrowing their Wi-Fi real quick? That's what I thought you were going to say.
Oh man.
Like, hey, you want to use your Wi-Fi real quick?
Hey, so real quick, I think I've told you this before, but we live on top of like a mountain, kind of like on a big hill. And when the Amazon driver shows up, they usually like park up here to like take a nap, like they take their break up here because we're pretty remote. It's quiet, it's calm. And once I went down there one time and it was so scary. I thought like something happened to the driver. And he was just taking a solid snooze, and I did not want to mess with him. I was like, you know what? You deserve that nap, sir. You, sir, deserve that.
You got it, buddy.
Well, as we're waiting for Jose to find some service, let's bring on the one, the only. He called direct from Notre Dame a couple weeks ago, and Notre Dame opened week 0 with a drubbing of Navy from Ireland, it's Freddie Airmail. Freddie Airmail rocking his I guess you would call that like the coach's. Is that like the assistant coach color hat? Is that
this at least used to be what the backup quarterbacks would wear on the sideline, or like the holding the clipboards, because red isn't a Notre Dame color, so it stands out on the sidelines.
Yeah,
by the time I might have seen they switched to like a highlighter greenish yellow.
Oh, we got to get you the highlighter green.
Yeah,
someday.
You know what hat I still have back home, and now it's a youth hat, and it's from the time I went to see Notre Dame play Pitt. Ah, man, I want to say it was like 90, 91, something like that, right? Yeah, 90. I was like 7, 8 years old. Us Catholics got to make the pilgrimage to Notre Dame at least once.
Of course.
I have the Lou Holtz hat. You remember the old Lou Holtz, like the high hat, the navy blue with the gold ND. God, that hat is so sick. Oh man, wish it still fit my fat head. Well, Freddie, welcome to the show. We love having you on. We really didn't get to talk extensively about college football the last time that you were on. So now that you're on, and I see Jose Ruckus has maybe found better connection. So maybe fuck it, Jose. How long? Jose, how long can you stay on? How long can you be on?
I mean, I'm here, man. I got nothing to do.
Okay. Except a job. Okay. I love him. He's the best. Okay. We're putting Freddie on too. The four of us do a little round table. Let's start.
Sure.
I know Freddie doesn't know a ton about baseball, but I want to start with baseball.
I know a decent amount.
Oh, well then
he's like, I know what a pitcher is. How dare you?
I know they use wood bats. Well, Freddie, you always brag about how you only know football. That like football is everything about football. So I didn't want to.
I'm the one saying that.
Oh wow!
I have 8 fantasy baseball teams right now.
8.
And all of them, 7 are leading the league. One of them is leading their division. Is in second overall.
Okay, you know what? Forget about it. I'll never doubt you in anything again, Freddie. Ever. I hope that you should be just a sports handicapper is what you should be. You should really parlay that into being a really professional gambler.
Maybe.
Jose, is the elbow injury what we all feared? Did you think about me when you saw the headline? Because we'd been talking.
I did, yeah. The first thing I'm going to get a text from Josh. I'm going to have to go talk about this somewhere. I hope it's not. I hope it's not what I've mentioned like several times talking about like how long we're going to be able to see Shohei do this. He's had a Tommy John surgery already. Right. So, this isn't his first time around. I don't know if that makes this easier for him or if it makes it worse. It's hard to tell. But I have a belief that like these super athletes are just able to come back from injury and just, be okay. Like Adrian Peterson when he came back from his ACL. Right? He was excellent. Yeah. And the Tommy John is a thing where it hasn't really been affecting athletes the way that it used to back in the day, where it used to be the sign that's the end of your career. Now it's just like your initiation into the MLB is now you get your first Tommy John surgery. So hopefully this isn't too big of a deal.
Okay. He'll have to get it pretty immediately, right? Or is he going to play the rest of the season and just
he'll be out rest of the season. He'll be done. He won't play anymore. He'll be able to come back in DH before he's able to come back and pitch. So he'll be back sooner than the average guy would.
Got it. Okay. Jose, I know it's probably a sore subject.
Yeah.
But what's going on with your Giants? We thought we were going to make a run. I thought that was the thing.
Yeah,
it was possible. It's kind of what I've been fearing for this entire season while we've been competing is that there's just nobody to anchor the team. There's no stars on this team. Nobody who you can rely on to get the team out of a slump. And we're starting to recover. We took one off the Braves. So that's nice. Mm-hmm. They're a really good team. And hopefully we're still in position to make a run at the wild card. We're only like a couple games back. So.
Okay. Wow. Freddie's saying.
Yeah, Freddie was like, not approving. No.
You never know. Well, baseball's weird.
Maybe you can snag it off the Diamondbacks. Just
the Diamondbacks are worse than we are. They are
right. No, yeah. I've if you pull up the runs and runs. Yeah. Crap.
Good one, Freddie. Nailed that.
Leaking confidence.
You guys are frozen for me. I can't hear anything for you right now. I don't know what just happened, but if I'm going through, then
wow, it's
great.
pouring raining over here.
Oh no. Jose, what's the best division race in baseball right now?
I think it's between what's the Mariners, the Rangers, and the Astros, right? Like they're all just like 1 or 2 games behind each other. And like the Mariners have just hit this huge hot streak. Julio Rodriguez is playing like the best player in baseball right now. What's going on in that division? It's going to come down to like the last couple of games, what happens there. And all 3 of those teams are real playoff contenders.
Right. How many games are left in the season? Like 25?
Freddie, I think you got that.
Well, this is the last week of the fantasy regular season, and so it's got to be like 4.5 weeks left.
Yeah,
somewhere around there.
We're like really right at the end.
Yeah, I mean, my Pirates. The early success. It just, I'm used to this. It's not like I should expect anything from my team ever again. Really,
not that team.
But do you think that there's any chance? You know what? Fuck it. I'm not even gonna ask this question.
Well, no, because I mean, like, look, there's some young players on that roster who are promising. Like, it might not happen this year, it might not happen next year, but if they keep those guys around, they continue to develop these players. Like, that team's getting better every year. Hopefully, they will be something in a couple of years.
I feel like this is kind of like me going to the driving range and just expecting, like, not taking any lessons, not swinging the club any differently, just still swing and just shanking it year after year after year. That's like the Pirates. Like,
no, you know what it's more like, Josh? It's more like you show up in the morning, you hit the driving range, and you're hitting the ball really nice. It's starting to look really good. You're like, okay, today's going to be a good day. And then you get up to the first tee and you just shank it.
Yeah, been there too.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. Well, either way, Jose, it's not great, bud. It's not great.
It's not what you want, but there's you can see where the future might get better.
It's not great. It's not as bad as it was.
Exactly.
Silver lining.
Is the Yankees being just so bad funny now?
Yes. Very, very funny.
Yes.
So funny that Aaron Judge didn't deserve an MVP last year. He really didn't. Like, they were so hyped up, gassing this dude up. And then, of course, he barely plays this year. He's actually like playing pretty bad right now. And he's hitting like 213 over the last couple of weeks since he's came back. So they have all these bloated contracts on that team. They re-signed all these dudes who they picked up. They picked up Carlos Rodon, who played pretty good for the Giants last year. All these players that they picked up who like came in last season, like Carpenter, who had a couple big hits. And now all these guys are playing like trash. They bought high on all these players and they all suck now. And it's beautiful because I hate the Yankees.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. For everybody that's not a Yankees fan, which is everybody, it's like the Cowboys, right? If you're not a Cowboys fan, you're not a Cowboys fan. If you're not a Yankees fan, you are not a Yankees fan. So for me to see this like this, it's just like, okay,
I love it.
It's great. All right, so we're gonna last baseball question. Then I want to talk about soccer for a bit, but I'm gonna rattle this off to everybody in the square here. Jose, we've done it all season long. Your World Series prediction. Who's going to go to the World Series? Your 2 teams.
So it's going to be the Braves.
Yes.
I'm fairly confident the Braves are just going to win the World Series. They're so much better than everybody else. And also like they're probably cheating. I don't know. What do you?
Hey.
Are they stealing signs? What is it?
It seems like there might be some sign stealing going on. There's like, if you get into the TikTok, you dig down into theories. There's been all kinds of theories going on right now. But they're playing so much better than everybody else that it's quite suspicious. On the other side, though, I'm gonna go with, I think it was who I picked the very first time around. I think we're all the way back. The Seattle Mariners.
Okay.
I told you guys I really believe in the teams who get a big hot streak at the end of the year. And right now, Seattle is playing such good baseball that I expect that to continue through the postseason.
That'd be an interesting World Series. You have to fly as far east in our country and as far west in our country that you can go. Freddie, who you got in the World Series? Who you got?
Oh man, I think I'm gonna have to go with Jose on the Braves.
Okay.
Not too surprising for the reasons he just outlined. Out of the AL, it's not going to be anyone out of the Central. There are going to be a few teams out of the West and the East that miss the playoffs, but are better than whoever wins the Central for sure.
Okay.
I kind of feel like the Astros are going to make that run as well. They haven't been too hot compared to the Mariners lately, but they've still picked up. They made some moves at the deadline. They got Verlander back. So that's kind of what I'm seeing right now.
Okay. Astros v Braves, and Leighton just going to go Braves. He's not even going to mention an AL team. It's just all Braves all the time. I got you. I can't root for the Braves. 1992 is still fresh in my mind. It's
I understand.
31 years later, and it still hurts every year. Every year, it still hurts. So, all right.
DC line in the chat. No, I do
Freddie,
not.
do you have just progressive lenses like myself?
These are just real old glasses that are reflecting what I'm seeing right now.
Which is
I've also got some kind of orangish lighting going on right now. I could cycle through that.
You don't, Freddie. Don't. Oh.
But that might be affecting the color balance here.
All right, Freddie. All right. Finally, Jose. All right. If I have to see one more Lionel Messi highlight, which makes him make MLS look like a bunch of just rag dolls running around the field, is he that good still, or is the MLS just that subpar?
It's a little bit of both. He's still going to win the Ballon d'Or this year, the trophy they give to the best player in the world. Like he's still really, really good. During the World Cup, he went 1-on-1 with the highest paid defender in the world and made him look average. He's fantastic. The MLS is, not a top 5 league in the world, but the teams, there's not many leagues between them in the top 5. He's going to dominate this league, but he's dominated every league he's ever played in. So what do you expect?
Why do you think he came here so early? Like why he came, do you know what I mean? Like he could still be playing in La Liga or Bundesliga or Serie A. You think they're paying him that much more?
Leighton knows. It's the business opportunities. Yeah. It's not just that they're paying him. It's that they're giving him ownership in the club. They're giving him the potential, the American market's the only spot that he doesn't dominate. And now he gets to come over here. He gets all these licensing deals. He gets to be the face of Apple TV. Like there's so much, not just like the money he's going to make the season contract, but like the future of Lionel Messi's business endeavors coming to America is such a big deal. And to come at the peak of his powers, just after winning a World Cup, the amount of revenue that's just been gained in this league by him showing up and how much that represents to him, it's so much more than if he just took a big contract in Saudi Arabia.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, it is fun to watch. I'll say that much. And I would love to see him play. I mean, there is a draw to the man. I totally get it.
And Inter Miami's a very good team too. Like he scored yesterday, his first appearance in an MLS game. And if you watch the play, Lionel Messi's not the guy who makes the impressive play there. There's this amazing bicycle kick first touch that gets the pass in. Like that team is playing really well right now. They've built a really good team that is playing to Messi's strengths. That if you watch him, he's walking around half the game. They're providing the stable thing for him to just be special in these moments.
And I like those pink jerseys. Not gonna lie.
Awesome. I was gonna say those pink kits. How many other places in the world would he be able to wear those? Probably
he looks
not
great.
In Saudi Arabia.
Definitely not Saudi Arabia. I'll say that much. The pink kits are sick. They are fire. All right, well, Jose, we love having you on the show, man. NFL season is coming up here, pretty hot, and college football and more baseball and.
The sports are back, man. The sports are
back. Yeah. Okay. Final thing for you, Jose, because I want to talk about at the end of the show, and I know you like golf. Do you like that they handicap the Tour Championship? Do you like that?
Not really. I prefer just like straight up play, I find it way less confusing. Like, I mean, at the Tahoe Championship this year, the celebrity golf game where they were playing with a point system, like anything, system, anything that isn't just like plain stroke play, I just find super confusing.
Agreed. Okay. All right. That's all I needed to hear. I needed some support from my road dog, Jose Ruckus. Buddy, we'll talk soon. Thank you.
Later, guys.
See ya.
Awesome.
Back to work. Jose Ruckus, absolute legend. I apologize for insulting you, not knowing that you knew baseball as well as you did. I'm going to say that straight up.
It's all good.
See, he seems a little pissed.
I try not to show off. You know,
you should show off. You know, it's that line is like, act like you've been here. Are you muting your mic because of the thunderstorm in the background?
Do you hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, it's pretty.
That is something. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We got like a little bit of rain here on the weekend. And by a little bit, I mean like, I don't know, 10 total seconds of like a drizzle. And something.
No. There's a drum
I was at
clouds over here. So.
Is it Nick Cannon? He can't read music. I
was at a wedding on Saturday.
And
it was an outdoor ceremony. It was pretty nice, but we were facing into the sun.
Oh.
And the clouds broke at just the wrong time to be shining on us during the thing. So it was pretty hot. I managed to keep on my jacket the whole time. The jacket in the picture that I sent you.
Sure.
Because I had to explain I missed the Notre Dame game, or most of it. I didn't get to watch it. We had it on the radio on the way down for the first half.
Is the Notre Dame radio broadcast, is it like been the same guys forever? Or do you know what I mean? Is it like your classic, welcome to Notre Dame football, I'm Jerry Carroll, been here since 1940.
Yeah, I was like, does it sound like a 1920s like radio?
Yeah.
Actually, our Hall of Fame radio guy who was there for a long time just died a couple days ago. On Saturday, I think.
My joke's falling.
So it's not him, at least anymore.
Terrible timing, Josh.
Terrible timing.
I mean, but he had been, I think, retired for a while. So you know,
man. Well, the Germans just lost World War II and outruns. I don't know. Okay, Freddie, talk about the necklace that the Notre Dame quarterback is wearing. What's going on?
This is something that the beginnings of were kind of out last year, but Sam Hartman, our new quarterback who just transferred in from Wake Forest, last year toward the start of the season developed a condition called Paget-Schroeder syndrome or Paget-Schroeder disease, which is a blood clotting disorder or syndrome or condition that happens in your arms, usually if you've been doing some strenuous working out like lifting weights or stuff. And one of the ways that they decided to fix that was they removed one of his ribs, that the uppermost rib closest to his collarbone to, I guess, kind of, free things up there.
Alleviate.
But instead of just like having them get rid of it, he threw it in the freezer after he had it removed, and he's made it into a necklace.
He made his rib into a neck. I think that's
not a woman.
He was wearing it. And if you didn't know it was his rib, you wouldn't be able to tell. It kind of looks like a seashell necklace or like a
puka
rocks.
shell.
Yeah,
kind of like that.
I love it. Okay,
so it's not too conspicuous, but
got it
is
at the
his
Ocean
rib.
City Boardwalk. Okay, I like that. Leighton, what body part do you want made into a necklace?
That's a great question.
I'm going pinky finger. If I lose it, hey, listen, if they take away a body part, they're like, hey, you gotta cut off your pinky finger. I'm like, I'll put it in a necklace.
A pinky finger.
This is not a BC Lions hat.
That's not enough.
You would have known by now. You would have known by now, Sir Lion.
He's a Notre Dame guy, but we all love Canada, BC. Promise you. All right, Freddie.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't have an answer to that. I'm sorry. I don't know.
Freddie,
he brings a swagger to this team that we have not seen in a quarterback since at least Brady Quinn, I want to say.
And Brady Quinn wasn't even really that good.
Yeah.
He was fine.
He was good in college.
He was good.
Ended up on the Browns, so
place where people go to die. Freddie, who's going to win the Heisman this year? And why is it Drew Aller of Penn State?
That's Aller's a decent pick as far as guys who
nice.
As far as first-time starters, I think he's a pretty good pick. He's bringing something to Penn State that Sean Clifford wasn't, even Trace McSorley wasn't.
For sure.
Trace McSorley just got cut, by the way.
By the Ravens? Where was he? Commanders.
Patriots.
Well,
yeah, but well, I don't think it's going to be Caleb Williams.
Really?
And that's because he's the reigning Heisman winner. And, even though in the last 10 years, especially, we've seen a lot of underclassmen win the Heisman before they were eligible to go to the draft. I think, what he has to do is, for one, have an unequivocally better season than last year.
Mm-hmm.
And he has to be the clear front runner. Like there's no
not even
debate
close,
to
right?
be had.
Yeah.
And he's going to have a lot of people coming at him for, he's the reigning Heisman winner. He puts stuff on his nails that when the other team sees what he says about them, they don't like that. And I don't think it's going to happen, but he can still have a good season. He can still prove he should be the top pick in the next draft. I almost want to say Jaden Daniels, but I also really don't.
Okay.
He's probably going to be the best quarterback in the SEC this year.
Okay.
But I kind of want to say Daniels' first opponent in the first game, Jordan Travis, FSU.
Okay. Huh. So who wins that game? Who wins, LSU or Florida State?
I really want it to be Florida State. I think it'll be a close one, but I think I think the Mason Smith suspension for LSU is going to be a big deal in this.
Okay. LSU is getting 2.5 points. Do they cover?
I think we're gonna beat their ass, but I'll leave it alone.
Wow. Okay, I like that. Okay, I'll take LSU in the spread.
There's a lot of heat between our fan bases right now. A lot of
heat. For sure. For
sure. So much.
All right, currently, Freddie, what's the best conference in college football? Currently, not next year when all the conferences basically disintegrate into one cesspool of NIL deals. Okay, talking about right now.
I think knowing what we know right now, it's the SEC.
Again?
The team or the conference that has the best chance to change that is the Big 12. And the reason that I'm not so sure right now is because of those new teams that just came in this season. And I mean, they're losing Texas and Oklahoma, so that would kind of subtract we're expecting. But UCF, Houston, Cincinnati, and BYU all have a good chance to, be in the middle to upper class, but they're moving in mostly from the American, BYU from Independence. And so, you're not sure if they're going to be able to compete with the class of the Big 12 this year.
Okay.
If they do, I think they have a good chance to elevate the Big 12 into they're at least number 2 right now.
All right. 2 more questions for you, Freddie. Where does Tulane end the season? Where in the poll? I love the Green Wave, Leighton. I'm a big Green Wave fan. Love them. Love Tulane.
I would like them to be good too. I'm not. I don't think they're going to be the New Year's 6 team this year out of the group of 5. I think that's. I think the American right now with the teams that they just lost, and Tulane just lost Tyjae Spears to the Titans in the NFL. I think there's kind of some fuzziness up there. I think the teams at the top of the American, Tulane, Memphis, UTSA, SMU could cannibalize.
Yeah.
You might get a 2-loss champion in there. So I'm going with Boise State as my New Year's 6 team out of the group of 5. Tulane. Okay. If Tulane wins the American, they'll probably be ranked in the 20s to end the season.
Okay.
If they don't, I'm not sure if they're ranked.
So yeah, Boise winning the Mountain West?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So who is our last question then for you is who is your New Year's Day 6, your January?
My New Year's
Not
6
your
bowls.
January 6, your New Year's 6 bowl.
Yeah. That was my joke first.
Freddie's joke. I was waiting for him to take it.
So I still have Georgia, Michigan, Texas, and Florida State as my playoff.
Okay.
Even if Florida State loses this first game, if they run the table, which I think
if you're going to lose early.
Right,
lose
exactly.
Early.
Yeah, so Navy still has a chance, I guess.
Okay.
But that's my playoff. with Georgia, FSU as the Sugar Bowl.
Okay.
I've got Clemson in the Orange Bowl as the ACC rep, and I've got them with LSU.
Oh,
beat that.
I mean, someone from the ACC has to go. So someone has to be the sacrifice there. In my Cotton Bowl, I've got USC as my reluctant Pac-12 champion, facing off against Lincoln Riley's former Oklahoma Sooners.
Oh, that's fun. That's a fun matchup. I like that. Okay.
I've got Ohio State and Alabama in the Peach Bowl.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Nick Saban has never gone 3 years at Alabama without a national championship. But
this is the year.
I think now is the time.
Really?
And I've got Notre Dame, Boise State in the Fiesta Bowl.
Oh, I like that. That'd be a fun Fiesta Bowl. Would we see another Statue of Liberty?
I hope not. But, two teams that have never played.
This is
what
true.
Better stage to do it?
I love it. Do they paint the field blue?
Not unless it's our blue.
Okay. Oh, wow. Paint the field red. All right, Freddie. So you're picking LSU this weekend against Florida State.
I think it'll be close, but yeah.
You think it's going to be close? All right. Do you think Penn State covers the spread against West Virginia?
Yes.
Okay, gonna put that in my book. All right, and I think that's it. That's all we got.
All right.
Thank you, Freddie Airmail. Good luck. Hey, listen, I appreciate your Notre Dame Fighting Irish laying it on Navy. Appreciate them covering that 21.5. That was I didn't think I was going to take it, but then my brother convinced me at the last second to take it, so I took it. And so Notre Dame winning on Irish soil by that many points just made you guys look good. And I hope that the rib necklace kid brings you guys all the way to a very to prominence, and then Penn State gets a playoff spot and you don't.
Oh my God.
By the next time we talk about him, you won't be forgetting his name.
Dan Hartman, what's his name?
Sam Hartman.
Dan
Hartman was a singer in the 80s.
That's funny.
Well, Dan Hartman's also the head of our HR here at Nashville Sports Entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Freddie Airmail, stay safe out there. Don't surgically remove your rib just to be closer to the Notre Dame quarterback. Okay, we don't need that. Okay,
I'll figure something out.
Sounds good.
Pinky.
Pinky it is.
Nice.
All right, Freddie. Thank you, bud. Leighton. Jessamola on the 1 and 2s back there, just hanging out, doing her thing. She's back to work.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I see you. All right. So, Leighton, here's my golf rant before I let you out. This is my golf rant. Okay.
Go ahead.
Now, in golf, the last 3 tournaments of the year are technically considered the FedEx playoffs. Okay. Now, when you hear playoffs, besides the Jim Mora rant, what do you think? What do you think playoffs? Playoffs entail what?
Competition.
People beating each other to advance somewhere, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the first tournament, 70 guys get in. Of those 70 guys, 20 guys get eliminated. You go to 50. 50 guys out of those 50, 20 get eliminated. 30 guys make it to the tour championship. Okay. That's based on points, a point system that is very antiquated and hard to figure out. And it's not ideal for golf. So for the tour championship, what they do, and this is Leighton just blatantly, what they do is they handicap it, right? So the guy that's in the head of the FedEx, he starts at 10 under, and then it makes its way down while the last kind of guys start at even. Personally, I think that's stupid. And the people have been arguing, like, let's put together a 32-person match play tournament where they play match play all the way to the weekend. But that sucks for sponsors, because sponsors don't want to just follow 2 guys around the course. They want to have a maximum amount of guys competing in the thing. So here's what I think, Leighton. I think it should be like everybody plays a 9-hole match. Okay. You're playing 9-hole matches all throughout the day, and you're advancing, like surviving and advancing. Okay. Mm-hmm. And you're winning points based on birdies and pars, sort of like a Stableford scoring system, but you're also in a stroke play thing, so that you're winning points in your 9-hole matches. And you're not actually playing against the guy in the thing. You're just playing 9-hole matches. And if you are a low score, let's just say, okay, if you're under par, you're up on the board after 9 holes. After the next 9 holes, if you're still under par, so you keep climbing. So there is an actual like race within a race. But if you say playoffs and okay, you make the top 30 and there's a point system and you get it and whatever, oh, that guy really can't be caught with any kind of points. I think that's silly. I think the point system, you get to that final 30, it should just be erased and they need to play for the title. Erase all those points. You already made the top 30. All these guys make a butt ton of money. Like they make so much money. Victor Hovland won $18 million for winning this thing. That was crazy. That is some loud thunder. Okay.
That's wild.
The handicapping system, it doesn't work because now you don't know, and the DraftKings is all off, and the gambling is all off, and everybody's all off. It sucks. You start everybody at 0, and they have to earn a certain amount of points via like a secondary system that isn't hard to follow in order to win the FedEx. It's like you play all weekend. You just keep playing and playing and playing and playing, and it just becomes this birdie fest. And we're just asking guys to shoot the lowest score possible. I think you make the course pretty easy and just see how low the guys can go. Really and truly make the 9-hole match. And then you've got a way that they're all competing up until the last day. You still have a way that they're all competing on the last day, but it cannot be handicapped anymore. It confuses too many people and it makes the course look silly. I don't know. I hate it.
Actually, not a bad idea. Yeah. It's not a bad idea. It makes sense.
If you've already made it that far,
why?
Yeah. And it's a season-long race to that. You've already made those playoffs. Why wouldn't you reward the guys that hey, the Mariners won 114 games. When they get to the playoffs, that doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter anymore. The Steelers win 11 games. Steelers win 11 games. They have to play in the wild card. They win a Super Bowl. That's not the Steelers' fault. That's not the league's fault. That's just how the things work.
All right.
You make it. All you need to do is to be able to make it to that final 30. That's why the point thing should matter, because then all the guys that make it in that final 30, they have a chance to win the 18 million. That's how it should be. It should not be based. I hate point system. It's like NASCAR. It's like all of the things. It's like the season-long points race. Well, he can't be caught, so the last race is worthless. Why would you do that? Don't do that anymore.
Well, yeah, especially it seems like it's everybody trying to adopt soccer kind of rules, right? The whole point system thing is, that makes sense.
Right. So what if the point system is already fixed? What's the point of the playoffs anymore?
Yeah. It's kind of like it sounds a lot like March Madness. Why are there conference tournaments if I didn't have to go play in the 64-team tournament to win the national? That doesn't make sense. Right. If I already won the conference in the regular season, why do I have to play the conference all over again?
Yeah.
And now if I lose in my conference tournament, that can still affect my seeding in the national tournament. Or in some cases, it doesn't. So why am I playing this tournament? Okay. That makes sense.
So if it's golf you want, and if golf you want to play, it's only 30 guys on the course.
Yeah.
It's not like the usual 125 guys. So you have the ability to play a ton of golf. Have them play 27, 36, 18, whatever. Play more golf. Just play more golf is what it should be. So the losers bracket, the winners bracket, you're making your way. You're making as many birdies as humanly possible, and you're competing to get to that thing. But there's no person is ever out of it. You're still competing for the places within the match.
I'd watch it more. Yeah, that makes sense.
Right? Wouldn't you watch something where they're just going head to head in quick 9-hole matches or 3-hole matches, 6-hole matches? I don't care what it is.
Oh yeah, and then for those of us who are not super golf fans, it's easier to understand for us.
Yes. Yeah.
What am I watching? Oh, okay, this makes sense.
Here's your 3-hole match. Let's make it this. And then you could actually do fun playoff stuff. Right. Mm-hmm. Where it's okay, they're tied after 6 holes. They go into this closest to the pin thing. So we don't extend the match. It's send them there. They go closest to the pin, bring it back. He's eliminated, put him in the loser's bracket. If he gets knocked out 3 times after 9-hole matches, then he's in this place. Then he's in this place. And it's this crazy constant golf going on throughout the whole weekend. And yes, it sounds like a lot of action, but you can watch this anytime and you can bet on it at any time. You just invented a pitch clock for golf. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make golf more palatable for not just people like me. How much more fun is it? Oh, I'm going to gamble on this. I'm going to gamble on that. I'm going to gamble on this. I'm going to gamble on that. Yeah, there's so much, right?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Anyway, all right. Well, that's me yelling. We're now 7 minutes late. This is back to work. Thanks everybody for watching. Thanks to Freddie Airmail, Jose Ruckus for being here. Thanks to Ruthless Cutie being on the ones and twos. Thanks to everybody in the chat. BC Line, great to see you. OVO Ghost, great to see you. And we'll see you guys next week. We're here again every single Monday, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. Leighton Batiste, Josh Macuga. Check us out on all the social medias. We're going to be ranking the most obnoxious fan bases in college football. This week.
We're also going to do it by conference too.
We're do it by conference.
Yeah, we're going to be
by
collabing
national
with some pages, guys. So.
Yes, and check out next week. We're going to be releasing a call to action to all 32 NFL teams. I think you'll all enjoy it. So
yeah, it's going to be.
Thanks everybody for watching. Leighton, stay safe in that crazy thunderstorm, buddy. And again, just a reminder, just to really bring it full circle, the Steelers won a preseason game in Atlanta.
All right. Mm-hmm.
Thank you guys. That back to work thing. Thank you, fans, for watching Back to Work with Leighton Batiste and Josh Macuga on the fan-controlled sports and entertainment YouTube channel. If you liked this video, you can check out other videos right here. You can subscribe to the channel, tell all your friends, hit like buttons across all the videos, check out all of our shorts and live shows, and as always, power to the fans.